to Unknown Secrets of SEVO Website Analysis, where we look at websites and figure out what we could do better. SEVO stands for Search Engine Visitor Optimization. We want to make sure that that traffic that's coming from your website, assuming that you're getting it, is actually converting into business. And we also give you an SEO analysis just kind of as a freebie. The way you get the opportunity to have a SEVO analysis of your website is you go to our website, e-webstyle.com. On the right, you'll see a free website analysis. You put in your website, you put in your name, contact information, so that we can get the video to you, and hit submit. And if you're the lucky one who's chosen out of the hat, we actually do a SEVO analysis on your website. Today we're looking at a website called wakemakers.com. We didn't know this even existed. This is one of the great things about doing what we do, is we get to learn a lot. Here's an image right here that's very interesting. I'm not sure, I think it's an image from something else, and I'm going to make some comments about the headlines here. The headline is "The Summer of Surf," and then it shows somebody, it looks like they're on a static wave surfing instead of actually wakeboarding. If they are wakeboarding, it looks like you've removed the string to the boat or the rope to the boat, and they've dropped it or whatever. So I would choose a different image. In fact, they have another really good image on their website, so we're going to check that out in a second. The other thing is the Summer of Surf. Really, I mean, let's be honest, surf, first thing you think of is surfing, not wakeboarding. So, you know, it'd be like the Wonderland of Wake would be better. And I wouldn't even like that. Really, you want to talk about what you guys sell and what you guys do. And what you sell and do is you sell big wakes. You sell it in the form of a wake bag, or it's also called a fat sack, that goes in your boat, sinks the boat deeper into the water, which makes a bigger wake. What you sell, though, is the joy that comes from having a bigger weight from your standard boat. So you need to speak to that, that the emotion that people, oh wow, yeah, that excitement of I'm going to get a bigger wake. So your tagline needs to be more along the lines, and your standard tagline here is the wakeboard ballast experts. Nowhere on here do I see that you guys install it. So I'm wondering, why do I need an expert to sell me a bag that holds water? That doesn't really engage me. It doesn't excite me. You guys need to be wake makers, the people who sell you the whatever, the world's largest wake, or you know, something that really entices the user that's going to use your product. Not, you know, some of your taglines, you know, don't really hit home. Your website is a good, clean looking website. And speaking of installation, my thought process is, what's the thing I'm most concerned of if I'm going to buy a ballast bag? And we actually went to another site and we saw some good diagrams which kind of triggered that. Okay, I'm going to buy these bags. Where do I install them? How do I install them? What's the process? You guys don't seem to have, at least not any readily available installation. I think one of your drop-down menus should be how to install, and have some videos. That's actually great link bait to get people to come to your website, view your website, be aware of you. And I'm assuming you got a great product. You send it out at a really speedy pace. So why are they going to use anyone else? If we scroll down here, I don't remember, this is good, you've broken down all the details. Again, I really think, you know, ballast package, maybe including install, how do you install, who will install it for you, is probably pretty critical. So I think you want to include that. So this is all good. You have a geo trust, so you guys are secure when people are actually purchasing. Let's go look at the blog. And you do have a link, Ballast Blog. It's kind of a small link, and I think that's okay. Blogs, I think in your case, and in a lot of cases, you're really using them for link bait and ways to get people to your website. This image is phenomenal. This is a wow image. This is the image I'd be using on my front page, because it's just, you know, it's exciting. It's a big wake. I also think you might want to take two boats side by side with a wake ballast and one without, so people can really see the difference and see how much of a difference it makes. You could probably manipulate that photo. One guy could be going a little faster, and you catch the photo at the right time to really kind of exaggerate that. But I think, you know, there's a lot of good things out of there. So let's go look at our SEO details. We look at our SEO details using S.E.O Quake. And what we notice here is, first and foremost, the most important thing is the title. By the way, we did a quick search, and for what was it, wake ballast boat, you guys are #1 position. So there's not too much that we're going to be able to offer in terms of SEO. Really, it is a SEVO analysis. Having said that, there are some things that we would notice. Like, you guys really need to figure out what you want your homepage for, to target in terms of the keywords. Is it wakeboard ballast? Is it wakeboard boat ballast? And then start trimming off, fat sack, tube sack, those, and really have those focused on the pages, on those pages.
Yeah, they got the domain name in the title.
You even have the domain name in your title, which is I don't even know, do you call it a no-no? Your keywords, really not that important. Again, it does tell us that you're not focusing individual pages on individual keywords. So, fat sack needs to be another page that you focus on. By the way, you should have a link. If fat sack's one of your key terms, it needs to be one of the key links on your homepage. And if we go to the homepage, I don't think it is. I think you have to kind of dig a little deeper. See, here it says ballast bags. That needs to say fat sack and go to a fat sack page. Or at least maybe have a drop down under ballast bags, so that so that Google says one of the key things that you guys say is important on your website is a fat sack. So I think you want to do that. When you get into the details of a fat sack, we looked here. There is a little bit of duplicate content. There's not that many people, I think, selling these. If you want to get rid of all duplicate content, you want to rewrite your product overviews. We didn't look. Let's look at this one with Quake. If we just turn it on and then right click and Quake. So this one, you've got Pro X Series Fat Sack. Excellent. That's if somebody types all of that. I think most people are going to type in fat sack first. They're not going to know all those details, so I think you want to focus on that. You've got lots of keywords. I'm assuming fat sack is one of your 2 phrases. Yeah, it is. 15 times. Good 1.4 density. That's pretty good. So
a lot of words.
It's done well. We did do a duplicate content search. There was one other website, so you probably don't even need to worry about that. Like I said, there's probably not much advice from an SEO perspective that we're going to be able to give you because you're doing well. Something that we can say is you should have a sitemap. That's going to make it easier for Google to find you. You have an old website. That's really good. Your meta description I liked because I think you are a listener to our podcast, our other podcast, which is Internet Marketing, Unknown Secrets of Search Engine Optimization. That's an older title. Basically, the SERP, so the search engine result page, is the first opportunity to start selling, and you're doing it already. Free shipping, no tax, and the best prices on wakeboard ballast. Excellent. I mean, you're doing that's a phenomenal job. That's great. On your homepage, you have 278 keywords. 278 words. That's good. We recommend between 250, 300. And if we scroll down, and then here's where you're killing it. You've got ballast bags. That density is probably a little high. Boat ballast, wakeboard.
Yeah, I mean, density is real high.
Yeah, it's working though. You're not getting penalized for it. So we didn't read the content. You just want to make sure that content reads well. That's your concern about keyword stuffing. You don't want to get in that point. I think that's all we've got. I think it's a good website. You're clearly doing a good job on your SEO. You're also doing pay-per-click. We noticed that, so we recommend all of our clients do both. If you were to become our client, we would actually move you directly just to a maintenance situation, just to make sure that we're not losing place, and tweak up a couple of these things so that they're a little more impactful. Your calls to action are a little weak, and I think just your selling point. Again, the wakeboard ballast experts I need an expert to install. I don't need an expert to sell me one. You really don't go to Walmart looking for an expert. You just know what you're going to go get, and you get it. And if you're going on price, that's really your focus. So, anything else? Excellent. So that was an Unknown Secret to SEVO website analysis. We are eWebStyle. Again, in order to have us do an analysis of your website, just go to our homepage, e-webstyle.com. On the right, you'll see our free website analysis form. fill that out, send it. If you're a lucky one chosen out of our really big hat, we'll do an analysis of your website. Thanks for tuning in.